And I was like, Mom, it's like, I want a pair of Jordans. And she'd go to she'd be like, oh, I know exactly what you want. And then my mom would go to well, it wasn't like Payless, but it was like,
she got you the Montel joints?
Shoe department. She got shoe department. She would give me the Montel joints. The dude was singing inside the shoes.
There's a trend going on called "What Was It Like in the '90s for You?" And it essentially started off with celebrities in their current form, just, taking pictures or taking video. The overlay question was, Dad, Mom, whoever, what was it like in the 90s? And then there's flashback pics of them as actors when they were kids. And it's done to the theme of Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. Let me show you guys a brief example of what I'm talking about here. I was going to say something about, you're Denzel in some movie, but then it's like, I can't think of a bad Denzel movie. See? And the only bad Denzel movie I can think of is Fences. I'm not going to do that to you.
that would never just pure abuse, man.
You know what's funny? Before we even talk about the 90s, I just want to go on records and say, when I first saw the preview for the movie Fences, I thought it was about baseball. When I saw the actual movie, I was like, this ain't got shit to do about baseball. This is about an abusive man not knowing how to hook. He fucked up his family. He messed up his relationship with his kids, and he messed up his relationship with his wife. That was deceptive.
He knew everything except how to keep his family together.
Mm-hmm.
He was a know-it-all. He was a know-it-all who couldn't do anything right. But we know people like that, because it's like, life didn't give you what you wanted. It didn't turn out the way you wanted it to turn out. So you take that hurt out on everybody else. Everybody else, it becomes everybody else's problem.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is.
Indeed.
Getting back to the video, as you guys just saw, that was an example at my expense, but it's all good to laugh. It was an example of what it was like.
You posted it.
I did. I'm not ashamed. Not at all. But that's what the trend of the videos were. So I thought it would be a fun topic for us to discuss what it was actually like for us growing up in the 90s. So I'll start with you, Chad. What stood out to you in the 90s? Culture, 90s. Clothing, anything? Well, maybe the 60s for you, but let's...
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. First of all, I'm not that old.
What did Kevin Hart say to Don Cheadle? Damn.
See, first of all, it's always you yellow brethren. You beige haters. You beige brigade. Just come and try to rain on my parade. I told you I was going to get you back for making elitism viral, okay? Listen, I didn't say elitism. You said it.
Got people in my inbox talking about, can you break down what elitism means? I'm just trying to get some understanding.
Ask Pat Lee what elitism means. Because
is it a noun? Is it a verb?
It's all of it. According to you, because you making up words. First of all, we are and I'm sorry, I'm gonna get back to the topic, but we are in the 3rd episode of the podcast. We are trying to lay a foundation. We're trying to have credibility in these streets. And what does my co-host do? My co-host starts making up words that we ain't paid for, words that we don't know the meaning to, and then he tries to sneak it in like he didn't do it. Like, we have Michael B. Jordan and his, his Hollywood elitism.
But you know what? That? But you know what? When he wins that Oscar tonight, what are people going to think of? Sinners.
Elitism?
He deserved it. And elitism.
I don't know. Listen, if you can get Michael B. Jordan to wear an elitism shirt as a tribute to Pat Lee and his undying allegiance and confidence in Michael B. Jordan in this movie, we'll be well on our way. Otherwise, we will be spam and scrapple coming to you live. Spam and scrapple selling fives and fives of tickets to the live taping of a Unconscious Flying podcast. All because Pat Lee is making up words on the podcast.
And you know what? I'm going to make that happen. I'm going to get Michael B. Jordan to wear an elitism shirt. I'm going to make elitism go viral, not just on the internet, It's going to be put in the dictionary. Mark my words.
That's it. Listen, elitism.
That's it.
If you can make elitism pop, power to you, because you sure enough tried to sneak it in on me on one of these episodes. But back to what I was saying. In the 90s, you know, I felt like I had a little elitism. You know, I was in high school. Yeah, I was, 94. I was a freshman in high school. Yeah. I played sports. Of course, I was popular with the ladies. A few of them at least. And yeah. Well, the one thing I can remember is I love Jordans. I love sneakers. But my mom was the type of parent, she would only buy shoes for a birthday and for Christmas. All right. So my birthday's in the summer. So that would be the pair of shoes that I would get. And I had to start school in those. And then for Christmas, that was like spring. You come back from Christmas break, you got a new pair of kicks. Problem was my mom wasn't like the person who would buy like Air Jordan. She would buy kind of like Air Jordan. I was always having to make do with like next best. And
So
my mom,
your jump man was like this?
like my jump man was still dribbling. He was
He's like, give me the ball, coach.
Like, pass the damn ball. The dude on the side of my shoes was dribbling. And I was like, Mom, it's like, I want a pair of Jordans. And she'd go to like, she'd be like, oh, I know exactly what you want. And then my mom would go to like, well, it wasn't like Payless, but it was like,
she got you the Montel joints?
Shoe department. She would got like shoe department. She would give me the Montel joints. The dude was singing on the side of the shoes. So she would go to the store and she would give me like next best. And she'd come home and love my mom. And she'd be like, got you some new shoes. They're in there in the kitchen. So I go run in there and I'd open the box and I'd be like, damn, why I just say shoes on the side of the box? I don't even want to open it up.
Shoes.
It just say shoes. Just shoes. It's like it don't even matter what's in the box. It could be money. The box just say shoes.
Shoes. And then the small letters, baby.
Just you'll like it. In parentheses. It's like, man, it was one time, and I'll never forget. It was one time. Mm-hmm. She brought some shoes home, and I know where she got them from. For anybody who is age 40 and up, there was a shoe store called Kenny's. Okay? Mm-hmm. Kenny's didn't really sell like name brand shoes. It was like if you wanted Dr. Pepper, Kenny sold Dr. Thunder. So it was still in the can. The can was still red, but you would look at it like, that ain't Dr. Pepper. That's how the shoes were. And they were Dr. Thunder sponsorship coming soon.
Dr. Thunder, baby, it's all right. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
These shoes they were pumps, but they weren't Reebok. They just had a pump on the tongue. And she brought these shoes home, and I was like, oh my God, I did ask for some pumps, but I wasn't very specific that they needed to be Reebok pumps. Man, I wore them shoes to school. I was nervous the whole day because I was like, somebody's going to look at these shoes and they're going to realize those are not Reebok pumps. Man, I couldn't find a pair of pants long enough to cover them shoes up. I tried to find the
first
longest
person
pair.
to roast you?
Who's the first? Man, I got roasted the minute I got on the bus. Because and here's the thing. I love black people. So where I learned to cook is I got cooked. All right. So I have been a recipient of quite a few harsh jokes. But getting on the bus, they didn't really come out and say, we didn't have one of those back then. It was really like tongue-in-cheek humor. So I get on the bus and I'm sitting down. It was middle school, elementary school. You had the high school kids that were on the bus too. Mm-hmm. And one of the older high school kids was like, oh man, let me look at those. Okay, anytime you heard that in the South, let me see that or let me look at those, it was never going to end well because either they were going to clown it or they were going to steal it. And I know wasn't nobody going to steal these shoes. So I was like, all right, I'm getting ready to get clowned. So he pulling up my pants leg. I'm like, nah, man, just chill. It's too early. So he was like, nah, man, let me see your shoes. Let me see your shoes. So he pulled up my pants leg, looking at my shoes. Then he's like, man, let me pump them up. Nigga, why you want to pump my shoes up, man? You They on my feet. Why you want to pump my shoes up? But he want to pump my shoes up. He pumped the shoes up so much, man, they popped. Tongue just went.
The tongue popped or the pump popped?
The tongue popped. He pumped them too much. So he didn't pump both. He pumped one. He pumped it till it broke. So I had to walk around one day with a half
inflated shoes.
Man, I was so mad. Because first of all, I was mad that I had the shoes. I was mad that I had to wear the shoes to school because that was birthday. I ain't asked for these. So I got a birthday gift I ain't asked for. And then I get on the bus and now he done popped my shoe. My shoe, singular. One shoe got popped. So imagine walking around and feel like you got on two different shoes all day. Yep. And then you getting clowned because they're like, oh man, them what? And they looking at my shoes from the side. Scarred. People ask me now, why do you have so many pairs of Air Jordans? Remember this story about the day that my shoe got popped on the bus. Shoe. Rest in peace, Travis. You scarred me, man.
Talk about a villain origin story. How did your roasting begin? I was wearing this box of shoes. I want to say it was shoes. It was like a Jordan / pump.
Cute side.
Then it went all down from there.
Oh, it went all down? That's what we doing?
I just got that.
It knocked the wind out of my sails.
Oh, I'm funny.
You got deflation jokes now? You a comedian? Get on stage. Make a career out of it. At my expense. I tell you a sad story about the time my shoe got popped and you making light of it. That's why I don't trust yellow people. Yeah. Brown only. Y'all do me dirty.
Don't be like your shoes, man. Don't get down. Don't be down.
All right. That's enough. That's enough.
You know, as funny as that story is, unfortunately, it's not uncommon at all because I went through the same exact experience, but it wasn't with shoes, thankfully. I was that kid that growing up in the 90s, I loved Jordans too. Mm-hmm. My mom wasn't going to buy me Jordans, but I worked since I was 12 years old. So I always figured if I'm going to work, I'm going to buy myself Jordans. But the one thing I wasn't trying to buy was expensive jeans. And I was a big kid growing up, and jeans at my size were expensive. So I wanted Tommy Hilfiger jeans. I wanted the Sean Johns. I wanted the Jabodes. I wanted the Rocawears, but they were too pricey for me. Right. So anybody who grew up in New York knows Chinatown. Chinatown, you can get knockoff bags. You can get knockoff sneakers. You can get knockoff shoes. You can get knockoff anything.
Knockoff people.
That's a different story and a different subject for another podcast. But you can get knockoff anything. And I wanted these pair of Tommy jeans so bad. And my mom was like, I got you. I'm going to get you the jeans. Now, I love my mom to death. But when it comes to picking fashionable clothes, Jesus, take the wheel.
It's not in her wheelhouse. She tried. She tries. She can provide the funds, and I love her for it and all that she's done. But when it comes to choosing my fashions, I had to kind of put my foot down at some points. She got me a pair of Tommy jeans, and anybody who knows Tommy jeans knows that the embroidery is stitched into the back of the jean. Yeah.
When I tell you that this pair of jeans, you know how when you get like the Levi's jeans and they have like the price tag in the back and it'll say like the size and it'll say like the brand and it's like stapled to the back of your jeans? That was the Tommy Hilfiger logo. So I'm looking at it like, do you not love me, mother? Why? Do you think she apologized? Think about black moms who were raised back in that day. Do you think she apologized? Do you think that she said, my bad?
Nah.
I paid the bills. I bought you these jeans. You're going to wear them. Thankfully, right. I went to a school where it was all uniform school. So I didn't really have to wear the jeans unless it was like a weekend.
You didn't have to wear them to school.
I don't have to wear them to school. So I didn't get roasted in school. But I had friends outside of school who roasted me. And let me tell you how they roasted me. So I'm going to school. I'm going out with my friends. We went to this arcade down in Times Square. And I noticed that the tag is falling off the Tommy Hilfiger sign. I'm like, shit, what am I going to do?
Your jeans were surrendering. Your jeans was like, listen, go on without me. Save yourself.
Remember me. Remember me.
Remember me.
The Titanic thing started playing like do 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 do.
We're just pants.
I will remember you.
It came to the end of the road.
Damn, he went boys to men with that one.
Oh my god!
Let me tell you how my friend got me though. Let me tell you how my friend got me.
Falling. Why was your tag?
I went over to go tie my shoe, and I bent over to tie my shoe. And she sees it, and she goes,
"Who is she? Who is she?"
My friend.
Oh, it's a girl.
My friend sees,
yeah. Oh, you didn't say that. You left that part out. You didn't say that the friend was a girl.
I left it out intentionally because when you get roasted, you think your boys are gonna roast you. No, I had a female best friend back in the day, and she was. If you think I'm lethal with my roast, she was a killer. She grabbed the back of them jeans and said, just like that.
Wait a second. She tore it off?
She tore it off. Held it in the air like this. Fake jeans here? You got fake jeans here? And I'm sitting there like,
oh, God. I did this to you. I'm the captain now. She took your she violated your jeans.
My jeans violated themselves. She just did me a favor.
Let me put these jeans out of their misery. She put your jeans down. If your jeans was a dog, they would be at the pound getting put down.
The funny thing is, that's not the worst of what she did.
Oh,
she held
God.
on to that
That's
for the
enough.
whole entire time it was out. Grabs a bottle of water and says, "Let me see if I can grow a new pair."
She tried to rehydrate your jeans back.
And that's when I realized, one, I have some funny ass friends. Two, I learned to laugh at myself. And three, mama ain't buying me no more clothes. That was a wrap.
Oh, God.
I bought my own stuff from that point on.
Oh, God. Look, man, the 90s were something else. You just had to be there. If you weren't a child or you weren't a teenager in the 90s, I don't think you had an appreciation for it. Because, like, okay, I've told people this story before. And when I was young, I grew up in church. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of gospel. It was a lot of quartet. And we traveled a lot, around the area, Western North Carolina, upstate South Carolina. They cut a record in Tennessee, in Memphis, in Nashville too, I think. But we traveled a lot. So one of the people that I knew of growing up was, we called them Little Cedric. But it was Little Cedric and JoJo. People know them as Casey and JoJo now. Well, my uncle was a DJ, and my uncle's first cousin is kind of like a musical savant. Like, he plays all the instruments, and he actually sang quartet gospel with Lil Cedric and the Haley Singers. When they would come over to my grandma's house, play music, listen to records, record music. This was before the Jodeci days. This is when they were still in church, singing gospel quartet. But thinking back on that, that was one of the things I kind of took for granted because I was little, and I was, I'd be like, these these bums keep coming over my grandma's house eating up all my food. And as I got older and I realized, I was like, oh, them the same guys. I was the biggest Jodeci fan because, number one, I knew who they were, and I had always liked Casey and his cut up. Like, Casey cuts up like nobody. But you couldn't tell me that I was not like the fifth member of Jodeci. Like the S curl,
KC, JoJo,
man,
Devontae, Chad.
Ooh, yeah, that was me. That was me. Like, you could not tell me I wasn't the fifth member of Jodeci. But growing up in the 90s, I had the S curl, I had the hoop earring, I had, the baggy jeans. I had the high tech boots. That was me back then. And I show my daughters pictures now, and wow, the cooking that ensues. Like, she just laughs. Like, who dressed you? And I'm like, nah, see? I'm trying to explain. Like, nah, that's what we wore. That was fly. And she just looking at me like, my dad lost his mind. I was like, we was at Freaknik dressed like this. Shout out those who know Freaknik is. We was at Freaknik dressed like this. We had on all that hot crap, and it was 95 degrees in humid South Carolina.
Yeah, stop right there, because you actually just brought up something that didn't mean to interrupt you, but you kind of brought up something that I want to like talk about real quick, and it's actually interesting. You said that your daughter roasted you despite the fact that you thought you was wearing was cool. Yeah. Did you ever think that it would get to a point where that would be us? Because we grew up thinking that way about our parents when they grew up with like the bell bottoms and the afros, and then we was like, what are you wearing? And they was like, nah, that was the style at the time. You just don't understand. And now here we are as the millennials, and our kids are telling us that our styles, despite the fact that y'all try to copy them, but y'all say that our styles aren't cool anymore. So like, doesn't it kind of like get you that like that's us now? That we're the adults and we're like not cool, so to speak?
I mean, I never thought I'd see that day. But I find myself explaining myself far more than my parents did, because I just got hit with shut up, boy. You don't know nothing about that. So at least I'm trying to defend myself. I just got told to shut up, and I don't know nothing about that. And they're going about their business. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, nah, see, you try to explain why the high tech boots was in style. And you were trying to explain why you had on ski goggles on top of your head and you ain't never been to a ski resort.
Or why you trying to dye your hair.
Why you try to dye your hair and it never dyed the right way. Or your S curl didn't quite curl and it was a little dry. And you just trying to explain like, nah, see, because this is what you trying to do. And they don't get it. But you look in their closet and they got the same stuff we had. And it's like, I had that in 95. I had that in 96. Like it was like the Cara Kanai outfit that my mom bought. Yeah, she bought me a Cara Kanai outfit. And again, I was happy because I was like, oh, it's Cara Kanai. Until I watched it. It went in Cara Kanai. It just came out short set. Carl nor Kanai was anywhere on it. And I was looking for them. I was like, what happened to my shirt? I was looking like they got lost in the laundry. It's like, nah, they right here. It just didn't have no words on it. Words came off. It was like
maybe somebody hit the pumps.
Man, and I was like, Mom, where you get that from? And she was like, oh, that was a man. When she said it was a man, she just stopped. Just don't.
Not a store.
Not a store.
Not an outlet.
There was a man. God, first of all, the whole brand washed off the outfit. I couldn't wear it. Because see, the reason I couldn't wear it is I wore it to school. That's how I got dirty. I wore it to school. Nobody said anything. I was like, oh, this is legit. Because nobody clowned it. When I got home and watched it, Carl and Kanai came right off the outfit. So I couldn't wear it back because then I would wear it to school. They'd be like, where's Carl and Kanai? You had that on last week and you show up this week and Carl and Kanai ain't on your outfit. What's going on?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so again, go back to that. I'm looking at the stuff in their closet and I'm like, baggy jeans, yeah, we was wearing Jinkos. Looking at the shoes that they're wearing now, I'm like, yeah, we had them too. Mm-hmm. And, style is repeating itself, but back in the 90s, it's like, man, you couldn't tell me nothing, bro. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was fly. I don't care what nobody said.
That reminds me of the time when I wanted to dye people who knew me in high school knew I was big on music in general.
You was dyeing your hair?
We're going to get to that story. Just give a little backstory. I was like, similar how you like Jodeci and how you were... Grab yourself a snack. It's story time. So I was big into music back when I was a kid. Like I listened to rap music, R&B, alternative rock, pop, anything that had a tune I listened to. But one of my favorite genres of music was R&B music and pop music. And I was a big fan of Drew Hill. Love the melodies, love the vocals. They were a great R&B group. I wanted to dye my hair like Cisco for a talent show. Figured why not? Get a couple of laughs.
Was you
get
singing in the talent show?
I didn't even make it to the talent show, bro, because the dye didn't work out like I thought it was. I thought it was gonna be like a little blonde situation, a little highlight here or there. I looked like Judy Jetson. It's platinum blonde, and I had curls in my hair too.
Orange?
It did not work out the way I thought it was going to work, and I got roasted for it. I came to school like, you know what? It's not working out for me. I ain't got time to wash it out. I'm gonna be late for school. I'm gonna get in trouble. Came to school, took my L. I got roasted. I got clowned. But the one that stung the most, that actually had me cracking up laughing, was somebody says, "You're not Cisco. You Crisco."
I hate kids.
And it's funny too, because like I think about the roast that I say on to people, and I'm just like, damn, that was some clever shit. And then I think of the roast that was said to me, and I'm like, if only I had the ability to roast now back then, I'd have been unstoppable. But I was the quiet kid back then, if you believe it or not. Anybody can tell you in high school, I wasn't. I had a smart mouth when it came down to, and I fought and defended myself, but I was the quiet kid. Came to school, I was cool with people, didn't really like get too involved in like cliques or any type of social circles. It was more so like everybody knew me, everybody was cool with me. I talked to everybody. I was about my work. I was about going to work. It was about school. Pretty much the same way I am now, except I'm more outspoken now. Right. Back then I was the quiet kid, so I didn't roast. So if you roasted me, I would just laugh it off. But it got to a point where like you start to like think about certain things. Like I wasn't the type of person that would roast somebody and try to go for the jugular. I would try to like go for like the obvious things, like, oh, like you're fat, or oh, you smell a certain way. And then I kind of had to hone my skills, because when you're dealing with New Yorkers, especially when you deal with people from the 90s, we roast differently. It wasn't about
they was cooking back then. They was cooking.
You would think they was trying to audition for Comic View the way they was roasting, and they was hitting it. So
especially if your jeans are self-destructing in Times Square, you was gonna get it.
Jeans self-destruction, your sneakers out here getting depression, just feeling all sad and whatnot.
It's the sound of your sneakers.
But that's how it was for us. And I kind of feel like while most people in this generation, and not to knock Gen Zers, but most people in this generation wouldn't survive the 90s. And I say that because...
Oh, you think so?
I feel like nowadays...
We was rough back then.
It was rough. It was how we was raised. It was the era that we were raised that kind of had to give us that tough, thick skin. Whereas now, I feel like, not to say that kids have it easier.
You said something else. I'm sorry. Never mind. Keep going.
Didn't you just come from church?
I did. I need to go back. Oh, it didn't work.
It didn't work.
The message didn't take. Oh, God. I thought you said something else. You said tough thick skin.
The word was not with you today, Chad.
You said it so fast. You tough thick skin. I was like, tough thick skin? What? Tough thick skin. Why do we get under this?
So first it's elitism. Then you misinterpret when I said tough, thick skin.
You said you need to enunciate, because if you are saying that too fast, it ends up as tough, thick skin.
It's the New Yorker in me. I happen to talk fast. It's a problem.
We're not going to talk about tough, thick skin on this podcast.
It's a great segue for an ad. Hey, do you have tough, thick skin? Grab some Jergens for that ultra moisturizing relief. Tough,
you need
thick
to put
skin,
some
no problem.
on your tough, thick skin. Never CeraVe.
Get some Tussin.
That is oh my God. That is a job for Vaseline intensive care. If that's what's going on, go to the hospital.
Oh man, we're gonna manifest a sponsorship for that too. I didn't start anything, man. I was living my life.
I'm listening. I'm trying to get the story of you being in New York, growing up as a little beige boy in the city, and you pop out talking about tough thick skin. Cut it off. Let's wrap this up.
Well, maybe you needed that on your sneakers. They wanted to deflate it so bad. Maybe.
Listen, I'm hurt about them sneakers. You gonna leave my sneakers alone, okay? They just said shoes on the box, bro. And he pumped them up too much.
Shoes in italics.
Just it's like, where did these come from? Ain't no was dribbling on the side of my shoe. No crossover. No, we don't need that. Jump man, dunk the ball. No layups either. Don't
God bless
it.
our parents, man.
I love it. I love my mama. I love my mama. She was the best mom. Okay, so growing up in the 90s, here's a 90s adjacent story.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm 12 years older than my mom's other son. Okay. So I tease him because I'm like, bro, I'm an only child. You came too late. So we're on different planes.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one Christmas that she bought him. He asked, and I knew what he wanted, but I was like, nah, bro, you get ready to get the treatment I used to get. So he asked my mom, he's like, I want a pair of work boots. He wanted a pair of Timbs, but he wasn't specific. I was like, oh, mama finna cook. She is finna cook.
He wanted
Christmas came. He wanted the butters. Mama bought him a box that was heavy like some Timbs, wrapped up and everything. My man opened these boots up, man. Joints was from Walmart. He had the Wolverines.
She got the Wolverines?
He had the Wolverines.
How did I know that's what's going to happen?
Bruh. You saw the joy. Like, Christmas left his face. He went from happy to just like, oh my God. And I'm in the back rolling. He was like, Mama, what are these? And my mom in her cool, calm, you said you wanted some work boots? And my stepdad was like, oh, you getting ready to do some work in them, all right? He picked the boots up. He was like, man, it looked like a wheel need to pop out the back. Bro, I lost it. I lost it.
I would have played the X-Men theme song when he pulled out the boots.
He had the Wolverine joints for Christmas. And my mom was like, well, you should have told me that you wanted some Timberlands. I was like, listen, I was like, I dealt with that my whole childhood. So welcome to the club.
Now it's your turn.
Remember that time I had those shoes that you bought me that were pumps? And I came home. Yeah, it was that. So shout out to my mama. I love you. So don't buy no more shoes.
Don't buy no more shoes.
Don't buy nobody else no more shoes. Because it ain't gonna go well. It's not gonna work out like you think it's gonna work out.
Nope. Not at all. And speaking of shoes,
sorry, Pat, you gotta finish. No, you gotta finish your story. You was growing up in Brooklyn. Right?
I mean, there ain't much really to tell about, I got roasted as a kid. I honed my craft. I said to myself, I'm never gonna let y'all get me like that again. And I'm the monster that I am now.
Right, you run people off the internet.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if y'all want to hear more about my life in the 90s, let me know in the comments. I'll do a whole entire video on my childhood. I'll give you all the details you want to know. But you got to comment below. You got to subscribe. And you got to follow us. That's the only way I'm going to share.
And don't let nobody pump your shoes up without your permission.
Not at all. And if you see a man in the street with some clothes, walk on by him. He ain't got nothing that's legit. He probably stole that. And the logo's going to fall right off. And for the love of God, can you please stitch the logos on jeans? Don't staple them to the back. That could traumatize people. Okay?
Why would they staple?
I probably got a Tommy Hilfiger plant somewhere in New York growing a bunch of pants right now.
Oh, I've laughed too much. I'm sorry. I gotta be serious. Oh, that took me out.
You gotta laugh, man. Because even thinking about it now, while that was like a embarrassing moment, it's a humbling moment. It's something that you can think about, and it's a good memory to me. Yeah, I didn't get the jeans that I wanted, but you know what? It was funny. I had a moment where I bonded with my friends. I had a moment where I was the butt of the joke. It wasn't like they did it, to like humiliate me. It was just teenage stupidity.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just mad I didn't think of it first.
But you know what? But you said something important. I think socialization, we learned to deal with different situations back then. Some were ideal, some were not so ideal. But you learn to just figure it out. Hey, you might have name brand. Great. You might not have name brand. Oh, well. You still have to round into, the type of person that you would want to one day become. And I tell people a lot of time, my wife's like, you got sneakers everywhere. And I tell her, I was like, yeah, I do have a villain origin story that comes from just growing up and you not having the things that you want. But I'm also super duper thankful that I had the things I needed. That I grew up in a house with a mom that worked hard. She cared. She, if something happened at school, she was right there. She was always encouraging me. So I grew up thinking that I was the best, even though I did not have what I considered to be the best. And now today it's like I have things, but family's what's important. Memories are what's important. Sharing moments with people, that's what's important. And now, like you said, man, I look back at these times and I laugh at these little situations because I'm like, those were character building exercises, whether I wanted to admit it or not. And now I can walk a little freer knowing like, yeah, I've been on so many different sides of the conversation that I feel comfortable no matter where I am. Like if I got on top brand, it's fine. If I got on no name brand, that's cool too. I know who I am because I forged an identity in so many different situations. So, man, I'm appreciative of that upbringing, and I'm appreciative of everything that my mama did.
Likewise, character building is very important. I feel like if we didn't have those moments and those memories to kind of hold on to, maybe we would have turned out to be different people. But I feel like moments like that humble you and give you a sense of importance because you have to prioritize what's important when you grow up. Do you want the fancy clothes? Do you want the fancy sneakers? Or do you want a roof over your head? Do you want to make sure that you and your family have some place safe to be at? Do you have the necessities that you need versus your wants? You figure it out when you get older and you realize what's important.
Indeed.
That's the message. And with that being said, I'm going to put on my Jordans and not my shoes, and I'm kicking y'all out because it's time for y'all to go. But we appreciate y'all for being here. We appreciate y'all for subscribing and sharing the love with us. We appreciate y'all for being a part of this podcast, and we thank you so much for tuning in. I want to give a special shout out to Chad because I honestly could not do this without him. Thanks for all you do for the podcast. Thank you for your insights. Thank you for your can't even think of the word, but thank you for your elitism. There we go. That's the word of the day. Elitism.
Pat, man, I love you, man. I appreciate you, dude.
Love you too, brother.
And likewise, everything that you said, right back at you.
Well said. We want to hope that you guys tune into more episodes that we'll be featuring in the podcast. Like we said, this is only the beginning. This is episode 3, and we have more in store for you guys. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tune in. For all of us here at Unconscious Flyness, I'm Chef Pat Lee. It's my boy Chad Deshawn, and we out.
We out.
Deuces. Hey there, family. It's Cooking with Pat Lee, and you're listening to the Unconscious Flyness podcast with myself and Chad Deshawn. Now, if you enjoy what we brought to the table, hit that subscribe button so you can be the first to know about upcoming episodes and other content we'll be putting out there. And hey, if you know someone who can benefit from this message, don't forget to share. Word of mouth helps our community grow, and we encourage you to spread the word about the movement. Thanks for listening, stay blessed, and we'll see you on the next episode. Much love.